Hello everyone and welcome back to my December 2021 Humble Choice review. It was delightful to see the bundle back at 12 games again this month, with a fairly good selection of games yet again. Most of the games this month don't really look as fun as they are until you're actually playing them, so the video is split into chapters if you're looking for a specific game. Also, I will be giving away my copy of Partisans 1941 away this month, so either watch or skip until the end of the video to find out how to win that. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the video. So to start things off here, we have Voidigo, which is a roguelite action survival game where you take the role of a character fighting against void corruption throughout different worlds. I'm honestly not sure why this is featured last in the bundle, as this was one of my favorite games this month. The graphics are amazing and easy to look at, the gameplay is fast-paced and enjoyable, and the bosses are fun to complete, which is not very usual for me. I can't wait until I have a few more hours to play this game and really get into the story. The next game in the bundle is TOHU, a point-and-click adventure game where you take control of a girl who explores vivid environments and solves elaborate puzzles. This game looks great, but the gameplay pretty much consists of searching the screen with your mouse to find the right object to click on and proceed. Games like these are great for lower-end computers or people who like more casual games. However, for me personally, there usually isn't enough content with these point-and-click adventure games like TOHU to keep me engaged for very long. Fling to the Finish is an interesting game where you are tasked with getting to the end of each level. This sounds easy initially, but once you see some of the gameplay, you can start to see how it's not so simple. The game was made for 2 players, however they do have a single player mode that I played by myself and still found a lot of enjoyment from this game. It reminds me a bit of a getting over it type game where the controls make the gameplay impossibly hard. However, Fling to the Finish seems to be a lot more approachable and entertaining in this aspect. The game supports remote play, so your friend doesn't have to have a copy, even if you do. So if you have anyone that's interested in playing, I would definitely recommend trying this one out. Greak Memories of Azur is a side-scrolling adventure game where you cycle between the 3 siblings Greak, Adera, and Rydell. I enjoy the graphics in this game quite a bit, as well as the soundtrack playing in the background. This seems kind of like a game similar to Trine, where you work through 2D levels and cycle between each characters to complete the puzzles. I did feel like there was a bit of a lack of instruction or tutorial from what I've played so far, but this does look like a very promising title with a great storyline. 8 Doors is an interesting, story-driven game that is heavily influenced by Korean folktales. This seems like a pretty solid 2D platformer to me so far, and I enjoyed the art style that the game uses as well as the combat, which was satisfying and pretty fun to use. Don't have too much more to say about this title right now, but I can definitely see myself playing through more of this at some point in the future. Lacuna is a 2D adventure game that is not quite point and click, but rather uses platformer movement controls to take you through the story, filled with lots of dialogue boxes. The game has an interesting feature where you can click and choose what happens based on conversation replies. However, usually when I'm playing games and I'm gaming, I don't like to spend a majority of my time reading. Lacuna still features amazing graphics, and I can tell the storyline is probably very detailed and complex. However, I cannot see myself playing too much more of this one. The Survivalists is a very enjoyable title where you spawn in an island with the main goal of survival. There's a bit of a twist on this usual type of survival gameplay, as you can use monkeys to copy your actions and help you build, gather, and fight for you. I had to keep myself from playing more, as it's pretty easy to start playing and keep going, lose track of the time, exploring the map. Starting from nothing with the only goal of survival in this game had a very similar feeling of 2D Minecraft. However, I was playing with a controller, and the controls in this game are much better than a 2D Minecraft. The Survivalist is definitely my highlight of the bundle this month, and I cannot wait to play more. Partisans 1941 is a stealth military tactics game where you take a management role over different battles to mix combat, stealth, and tactics to achieve victory in every mission scenario. Some people may really enjoy these highly detailed military type strategy games, but honestly this game kind of looks like a combination of my 2 least favorite genres. As I mentioned before, I will be giving this game away this month, so I won't be getting a chance to play myself, but this game does look pretty fun for a very selective audience. Beyond the Wire is another military game, this time where you log in online into huge, up to 100-person multiplayer battles with gigantic maps and lots of weapons and vehicles to move around in. Again, if you really like military-based, realistic shooting multiplayer games, then you'd probably be interested in this. However, if not, you probably have fairly little interest, especially as this game is multiplayer only. Looking at the Steam charts for this game right now, there is a total of 76 players in-game, not even enough to fill up one single lobby completely, with the game's peak concurrent players the last few months being around 200 people. Considering the game is struggling to have more than 100 people on it once, and you can only play multiplayer, leads me to dislike this game as a spot on the humble choice this month. I ended up giving up my copy away to a friend who had it on his wish list. Happy holidays. ENDZONE, A World Apart, is an interesting management sim game based on growing your small gang of survivors in the middle of a wasteland from a rundown bus into a thriving community. Usually with games like these, to really get into it and understand how everything is working together, I need to sit down and play for a good few hours, which I did not have time for this video. However, this does kind of seem like a modern, upgraded, tropical kind of game, so if you enjoy that kind of management game, you'll probably enjoy ENDZONE. MORDHAU is a first and third person medieval multiplayer slasher, where you play as a mercenary in huge battles with other players involving complex melee combat. I cannot lie, this game is not very easy. You cannot pick it up and play for an hour and be at the top of your scoreboards in your matches that you're playing. There's a pretty complicated tutorial, and when you join multiplayer for the very first time, you just might get destroyed. However, MORDHAU is a great multiplayer-only game compared to Beyond the Wire, with MORDHAU having no trouble averaging around 2,000 players at any point, which is a much more promising number. I didn't have a ton of time to polish up on my gameplay and score some better kills for this video, but I highly suggest looking up some videos online if you're interested in this game. MORDHAU has been in my wishlist for a very long time now, and I cannot wait to practice up and play. Initially looking at Maneater and the trailer it gave, I wasn't sure how the gameplay exactly was going to look. I'm also not sure how much gameplay I can even show in this video without being age restricted, as there is a good amount of blood in this game. Maneater is a story-based campaign game where you take control of a man-eating shark by scoring points and completing objectives with killing humans and eating prey. I really liked what I played so far. It's just a pretty unique concept, done quite well, and I really love how you can slap people away. I'm not too sure about the $40 normal price tag on this game, but definitely a great addition to the bundle this month. So in conclusion, I enjoyed the selection from the December 2021 Humble Choice, although I did feel a Humble one a bit heavy on the 2D platformers and the military combat titles. I would recommend the Humble Choice this month, as there's a great variety of games here that can be enjoyed by a wide variety of people, and you can always give someone on your friends list if you don't want one or two of the games. To win the copy of Partisans 1941, simply leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel, and then on my next upload I will be revealing at the end of the video or beginning who the winner of the giveaway was. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.